Hey everybody, just wanted to first of all turn off that heater that's making a lot of noise. Want to take a look at kind of where we're headed for the next week here in week 7. We're cruising along through the semester pretty good. It kind of blows my mind that we're already in week 7 and I'm still kind of getting to know people and their styles and what they think, and reading lots of great stuff on the discussion board. So keep your energy up throughout that. This semester is long, and sometimes you kind of go through stages where you don't feel like doing stuff, but keep plugging away because this stuff comes back. This week we're going to be digging through another section of the Invisible Hands book. We'll be looking in particular at the agriculture section and kind of asking the question, where have all the farmers gone? And this idea of kind of the disappearing small farmer, particularly in the idea of small farms abroad and why there isn't a global labor union to help protect the rights of small farmers and people who work in agriculture. There's an optional video that you can watch called the Globalization Tapes that is really kind of heart-wrenching and poignant. If you don't have time to check it out, maybe watch the first 10 minutes of it. It's about 65 or 70 minutes long, so it takes a while. But there's also a couple of other readings from the book that you'll be taking a look at. Fausto Guzman and Purnima Akulkar. You'll get to learn a little bit about a couple of different industries in different countries. Something else that I wanted to comment on were the civic engagement proposals. And first thing, as you're looking into kind of revising those and refining them a little bit, some people had some really complete ideas and like, hey, I'm doing this, and here's the reasons for it, and I'm set. There were other people who were quite a bit more vague. So I'd like to see revisions from some people, and I've made notes in the discussion board and in the grade book. If I'd like to see a revision to kind of clarify things, get things a little more specific, you can pick up a few points that you missed by doing that. So take a look at that. And also don't forget to look at other people's proposals. You could look at my comments on their proposals as well to kind of get an idea of how I'd like to see some revisions for that as you move forward. But the first point is, think simple. All right, I'm not asking you to go out and change the whole world. I'm asking you to go out and have an experience. And some people will choose a more service-oriented experience. Some people will construct something that is a little bit more of an information gathering sort of thing, especially the people who are going to be making videos. Really be careful to think about what you can do in like 4 or 5 hours. It's not much. That time runs out pretty quick. So if you have big ideas of doing these huge things, you might want to just look at the first step and say, I want to go to an organization, I want to learn more about something, I'm going to document that information, I'm going to see how long that takes, I'm going to talk to a bunch of people, I'm going to interview people. That is civic engagement. You are engaging with your community by going out and talking to people and gathering information and then compiling it and then sharing it with us here in the class, either through video or some sort of writing or maybe even a podcast or something like that. So keep that in mind, that you don't have to have a full-on like donation drive and go collect 17 couches that could be put into refugees' houses and things like that. If you are interested in that idea of gathering things, maybe be really specific, like, hey, I wanted to collect clothing and baby stuff and all this stuff. Maybe just do a diaper drive. Maybe just try to collect as many diapers as possible. Those are super useful. The Agency for New Americans and other organizations in the Valley are constantly looking for diapers, right? And wipes, right? So keep that in mind. If you are one of the people that wants to try to make contact with my face-to-face classes and the projects that they're working on, contact me as soon as possible so that I can run your proposal by the people in my classes to see if they're like, yeah, this looks like somebody that I want on my team, and so then it'll be up to them to decide. So the proposal has to be pretty decent if you're doing that. Don't forget to come back and respond to other people's posts. If you didn't get a chance to do that, you can pick up some partial credit. Also, it might be worthwhile to look through other people's proposals and see if you can create alliances, even if you don't have a chance to meet with people in person. You can do similar projects and then compare the results, right? I think Dan's got an interesting idea going, and he'll be, I think, putting a revision of his proposal up pretty soon. And there are a number of other people in the class who are interested in taking a look at that. And he's come up with a way to keep it separate so that it's his own thing and that everybody else can do their own thing. But it's a model that could be used very easily and I think very efficiently and in a kind of cool experimental way if other people decided to do it. So if you're one of those people that wanted to do something similar to what Dan was doing with veterans, he's come up with a nice little tweak to it that will also connect it to a global perspective. Also, if you're not taking the opportunity to find a connection between the project and your majors and your interests and your goals, then that's kind of on you, right? If you're determined to make this a really boring project but just doing the bare minimum, I can't stop you from doing that, but I highly encourage you because I've set up a flexible enough framework for you to make this work for you, right? Use your energy and your creativity to come up with something that will work for you and apply directly to things that you are interested in. Something else, I'll be taking a look at your garment essays relatively soon. I'll be asking myself the question, what's in your closet? All right. Sorry, bad Scottish accent. But anyway, I'll get to find out a little bit about how people's spending and buying habits for clothing, which is always kind of interesting to do that reflection. So I hope it was something that was interesting for you. And then also, I will be working as fast as I can to get through drafts of the Code of Ethics Analysis essay. I collected about 100 Code of Ethics final drafts from my face-to-face classes that I'm grading right now too, so I got to get through those before I respond to yours. So it might take a little while. They do take a while to get through all of them. But you will see some more comments from me on various things, and I hope that they're helpful. So that's all I have to say for today. We're going to stick to one video this time around, and I look forward to reading your thoughts about agriculture and the agricultural industry soon. Hope you're having a good President's Day, and I will see you later.